Alrighty, how's everyone doing this evening? Yes, Nick, I'm shilling. Speaking of which, everyone follow his cursedness. He sometimes does D&D streams. Oh, hey Secure, how's it going? Okay, webcam. Yep, I can see myself, so I assume you all can. Yeah, I feel sorry for your players, Nick. Hey Nolus, oiseaux in the title. Yes, it is French for bird. Actually, I think it's French for birds. Yeah, it's French for birds, plural. It's funny because none of the vowels are pronounced how you'd expect them to be. In any case, hey Kiara. Ooh, shout out for Kiara, I think, because she never does it for herself. I think that's turning into one of this stream's running gags. But anyway, let's get this game running. Wait, that's where is that really where Tommy Wiseau got his name, or also high in it? Wow, that's making my Britishness show. Oh, yep. For those who don't know, well, anyone who followed from the tweet or any of the Discord links I left might be aware there's a new community challenge. So, yep, that's a thing. So if everyone wants to pile in and get 100,000 channel points in by the within 30 days, I'll have no choice. I mean, I say that. Apparently I'm supposed to just pretend I have no choice, not like I actually want to. I'm just looking for an excuse to do a full grounded cosplay. Okay, can you see that all right? On your end, it only shows the Lara Croft thingy. Oh yeah, I can't see it either. Yeah. Maybe it hasn't started yet. Okay. What's the command for starting? Okay, I think I'd have to go into my actual... Okay. Game capture. Come on. Okay, this is why you always check to make sure it's working before you start streaming. Oh, come on. I have no idea why this isn't working. There we go. We have birds. Okay. Just going to shrink myself down a little bit so I'm not taking up too much real estate. Right, you all deserve to see the opening, so I'm just going to start the game from scratch. And while that's happening, I'm just going to start the community challenge because I can't find a command to do it from the just the menu. Oh, hey Froy, how's it going? Okay, just going to start that yeah, there should be game audio. If it's one thing, it's another. Do 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 do. audio. Okay. One more time. Basically, I updated my computer last night / this morning, so I'd imagine that's got something to do with it. So, yep, Windows. As always, it's Microsoft's fault. I mean, do not question our glorious master, William Gates. Oh, that was strange. Okay, how's that? Oh, hey, Gender Meowster. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so is audio coming through? Oh, excellent, excellent. And you've all seen the intro several times. It's a touch loud. Oh, thanks for the points, Gender Meowster. Trans rights are human rights. Happy Pride. Damn right. Okay, so I've turned down the volume a bit. Obviously the game's not playing any audio right now, but please let me know when it is. Fit to screen. Okay. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to start that community challenge. Few rewards. Channel points. Yep, I forgot to start it. Okay, challenge begins. I completely forgot to start an icon for, create an icon for it, so just pretend it has one. Oh, thanks for the 2,000 points, no less. And Dicky. So yep, for those who weren't, it froze on my face while I was praising Windows Daddy, but it was oddly fitting. Yep. So yep, for those who aren't aware, Grounded is my D&D character in Nick's game. I have sort of a cut down cosplay I do of her. Oh, thanks for the points, Colourfroy. I have sort of a cut down cosplay of her I use for streaming, but if this challenge is met, I will create a full cosplay. So if you want to see me as a bright orange tiefling, you know what to do. Kiara, you're not going to spend any of your 47.8k points. Oh no, but you could get me to do anything you want with them. Nick, you're really eager to see what Grounded looks like. You've heard great things about her. I mean, there is Pixel's portrait. Okay, let's break this open. New game. Okay, so once again, let me know how the audio levels are. January the 1st, 1848. The Chateau Crinaire of Baron Rogial. I'm going to butcher these pronunciations. That poor frog. Is that Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon Dieu! Dame Catiline, what have you done? Act 1. A cat with claws. Meow. Yep, I love this style too, Fry. It's midday already. Where enough is that featherhead? Well. Look, you finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird, Falcon? Too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Audio sounds good. Good. And yes in it. Burb! Falcon! Punch! A letter arrived while you're sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. I think there's more species than just birds, because we literally just had a cat character mentioned, I think. Oh, and the victim's a frog. That's probably the more obvious one. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrison. You may have the honours. Alright. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Catiline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She is being held at La Concierge's prison on charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I'll be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Seigneur Pertois Demiagois of the Demiard estate. Well, this is quite something. I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Demiard estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catiline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Well, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catiline in court? In it, you may be surprised there are a bunch of birds out there. Icky, there are only 3 bird types: small, chonk, and penguin. Depending on where you draw the lines, you can even do crow, raven, magpie, etc. I mean, corvids are their own sort of group, but a magpie definitely isn't a crow or a raven. Speaking of, I love magpies. Maybe I should make my next D&D character a magpie. Aarakocra. Oh. New Tumblr follow that hasn't happened in years. Yep, they are the best clade in it. Best clade in it. Am I intent on defending her in court? Of course I am. That's the entire point of this game. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrison. We're going to find our kitty client at La Concierge. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, I better file away Senor Demiurge's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Pertois' letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. There we go. Pertois' letter. Seigneur Pertois Demiurge has requested legal aid for his daughter, Catiline. She is being held at the conciergerie. Wait. Conciergerie? Conciergerie. Okay. Nick, you'd love a penguin, Kenku, since those can't fly anyway. Tss. Magpie strikes you as more of a kinku. Yeah, maybe. I suppose Magpie would be a perfect rogue, and Kenkus are also perfect rogues. In it, fun fact, your kitty's favourite toy is a stuffed penguin. Ah. It was swag from a penguin computing booth a decade or two ago. Anyways. Nearly forgot my wallet. Wouldn't want to lose that. Again? I recall you losing it at the New Year's party. And at Christmas. Yes, alright. No need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. You may now see how much he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. January the 3rd, Monday. Okay, so the crime was apparently committed on the 1st. You saw a homebrew Tengu race once. Monkbird for weebs. Hey, Tengu, to be fair, the Tengu led what the Chozo are basically based off. So, you could argue that Grounded was raised by Tengus. Because she is a shameless Samus Aran parody. I think, what's his name, the YouTuber Gaijin Goomba did a bunch of homebrews for various yokai. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any area listed by clicking on a location name or location node. Did you say nerd? Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. AA offices. A sign on the door reads, "The Aviary Attorney offices. No cases too big or too small. No junk mail." La Conciergerie. For centuries, the infamous Conciergerie prison has detained the accused and condemned alike. Okay, that takes a whole day to visit. Let's go. Falcon and Sparrison step into the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. Wait, Conciergerie. Conciergerie. I'll learn to pronounce it eventually, I promise. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the Conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable. The spells are spotless. The guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Kathleen Demio. I'm due to represent her in court. You're her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Kathleen Demiao, I presume? You've arrived. The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrison. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrison. Sorry. Yeah, her surname is basically a stealthy way to say meow. Nick. Nolus. Gumshoe. Oh yeah, I did give the guard my Gumshoe voice, didn't I? Hey Claire, how's it going? Is this what your dad meant when he said Laura's for the birds? Nah, love. He just meant that only birds take up the law, you know? It's just a lady's profession. And that's why I'm banned from doing a Liverpool accent. Much like anyone working for the Sun newspaper. My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in this town.
I'm flattered.
But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory.
Oh.
You see, Falcon? I told you listing under Aviary Attorney would pay off.
Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns.
I'm glad you approve, Nick.
Dame Catelyn, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief.
I can do my best. What is it you want to know? Okay, what happened the night of the murder?
What exactly happened the night of the murder?
Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Crinière, the home of great Baron Roguel. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Icky. Look, that was top tier marketing in the 80s. Get listed above your competitors in the phone book. I mean, that's true, but you shouldn't say it. Oh, hey, Summer, how's it going? Yep, Brubs. No less. Redeemed character voice. Friday mode. Falcon is Phoenix. Sparrowson is, I guess, that guy that's like the guy with the brown hair. Don't know what his name is. Apollo. Guard is Gumshoe. Prosecutor is an attorney. Ace attorney prosecutor is my choice. Okay, I guess I'll try that for like 10 minutes. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff.
Okay, Phoenix voice. Business stuff.
Maybe Catelyn is Mayor or Bird Girl from AA? Okay, I could try that. Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. Maggie Bird, you mean no less? But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun.
I'm sorry, man with what took your what?
Camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. Okay, I guess cameras in this setting work like they do in Discworld. So yeah, to answer your question, no less, the character from Ace Attorney is called Maggie Bird. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing.
I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson.
Yep, the entire plot point was how her name's spelt.
Oh.
Let me believe.
Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make note of it.
Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Camera. A photographer named Ribitio attended the banquet. 20 francs.
Please continue, Dame Catelyn.
IPMs. Imps. That's it. So after we had the photograph, I went to the gardens to get some air, and that's where I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Okay, ironically, Maggie Bird's voice is quite high, but the speed I have to talk at to get her sort of energy is just just as straining as Gumshoe's voice. Ace Attorney cops, man.
Dame Catelyn, who attended the banquet that evening.
Well, that was me and my papa. My dearest maman couldn't make it. And there was Baron Roguel, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Guinouet. Well, until he died. And then there was Monsieur Ribito de Rubino, the man with the camera. But he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious?
Dame Catelyn, did you see anything suspicious that evening?
Suspicious?
Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloodied murder weapon?
Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer.
You got me.
I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. The food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident.
I see.
Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance.
I did.
Dame Catelyn, you said the food was delicious, but you didn't say what food it was.
You and your damn stomach.
Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on. Then a marbled steak served perfect bloody rare. Glorious. Falcon, write this down.
What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case.
Write it all down, please, for me.
Fine, fine.
Red herring has been added. Oh my god, he went there. Fun fact: once for Red Nose Day at school, I dressed as a red herring, which everyone just said it looked like I was dressed like the Pope. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Red herring. This is a red herring. Red Nose Day. It's a thing here. Basically a sort of a charity drive day. Basically, there's a sort of a very long comedy telethon on the BBC for whatever charity they want to support that year. Steak. Dame Catelyn ate a bloody rare steak at the banquet. Red herring is a red herring is a red herring is a red herring is a red herring. You're right, Iggy. Yeah, basically Spirit Week in the US except charity. And yes, it's a perfect day for clowning. They actually sell different themed red noses every year. I'm not sure if it's really a thing, but I think one year they were squeaky noses, one year they were fuzzy noses, and so on and so forth.
Smarrison, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach.
Come to think of it, I did find a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery.
No cutlery? Even for the steak?
No, you'd think that the great Baron of Chateau Criniere would have a gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen.
That is a little peculiar.
Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? That is more clowning than the BBC already does every other day. Oh, shots fired.
No, I think that'll be all.
So, what's the plan now, Falcon?
The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Criniere and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down this supposed photographer, Monsieur Ribito de Rubino.
2 days for 2 tasks? Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I believe you, I believe in justice, or ellipses.
I believe in justice.
Nah, too dramatic. I believe you.
Of course, Dame Kathleen. It's our duty as lawyers.
And as gentlemen. Oh, Sparrowson's a boy. Okay. I'm still going to give him the high voice.
To have faith in your testimony, you can trust us.
Thank you. Thank you both. Oh, and that's 10 minutes, so I'll go back to my normal character voices. Dame Kathleen, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Roguel. These names are getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook, so we can keep track of who everyone is.
A what?
A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalogue.
I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though.
Sparrowson has started compiling a Facebook. JJ Falcon, the Aviary Attorney himself. Sparrowson, Falcon's suave and courageous lackey. What a handsome fellow. See, it's funny because he's the one writing these descriptions. So of course he's bigging himself up. Patois Demio? Wait, Demiao? The wealthy father of Dame Kathleen. Patois hardest to defend Dame Kathleen in court. Quark, an ill-mannered jailkeeper, seems to feel disgust for criminals and for animals in general. Kathleen Demiao, the elegant bourgeoisie, daughter of Seigneur Patois Demiao. She has been accused of murdering Monsieur Grenouille. Monsieur Grenouille. Okay, Kiara, thanks for dropping by. Hope your day goes well. May your shifts pass quickly. Grenouille, the froggy businessman who was found murdered at Chateau Cremiere. A colleague of Patois and Roguel. Who's Roguel again? Guess we haven't met them. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. January the 4th, Tuesday. A new day. The game saves automatically at the start of each new day. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting Save and Quit from the pause menu. You can access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner, or by pressing the escape key. Yes, that would be very convenient in real life. Okay, Estudio de Robinho. Oh dear, no save scummy. Okay, some save scumming maybe. Yeah, oddly enough, Ace Attorney, in theory you weren't supposed to be able to save at any time. But if you quick saved, it kept the quick save, so if you saved and quit, you could just load your quick save whenever you wanted. So you effectively could save scum. In it, you have to keep dossiers of your friends and your brain meat, which don't remember things good all time. Yeah, same problem. Doesn't help that I'm actually also face blind. Falcon.
So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock?
Wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvellous artist, Monsieur Roberto de Rubino, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit.
When his muse sees fit?
What does that even mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. That was a good knock noise. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Okay, time to break in. Icky, you'd like to send your brain back, please? There are troubles in it. You would like to submit several bug reports. Yep, that's a mood. Anyone, no less. Anyone taking any bets on Rubino's species? Or are we quite sure? I don't know. Could be anything, really. FBI, freelance bird investigator. Open up.
We should break in.
What? Are you serious?
Maybe.
Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I'd have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. Hey, Keith.
Bird law.
Yep, bird law. You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back and barging the door down. Okay, Sperrison has big mayor energy.
Wait, just like that? Should we discuss this first?
In we go. What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in.
I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something, it's very...
Icky, you're fervently against wanton acts of violence, unless it's really funny. Yes. Swanky?
I was going to say ostentatious.
That's just swanky talk for swanky. Oh, what was that? Oh, thanks for the host, Kiara.
We don't have time for this. The sound of the door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out.
Yes, you're right. I love Sparrison already. Thanks for the host, Kiara. Hope you have a good day at work. In investigation mode, you're free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. Okay, I just turned down my headphones because the music was getting a bit loud in my ears. Hopefully that's not affected the music in the stream. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. Okay, same volume, good. When you've had enough or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Select an area to examine.
I see paints, inks and dyes. I'm not sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is.
I could taste test it.
You could, but I don't think we have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not.
Nolus, you wasted the character voice thing. You wanted me to voice Sparrison like Greg. Because Sparrison rules, okay? Yeah, he just has sort of Greg energy, doesn't he? Strong, chaotic gay vibes.
I see a the bourgeoisie tigress in profile.
Oh good, it doesn't let you select anything again.
I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse.
Please don't tell me the horse rider is themselves a horse person.
A chandelier. You should get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury.
You know what? I'm just going to try a Greg voice for Sparrowson a bit, see how that goes.
This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps.
Wait, is this an Ace Attorney reference? It's an Ace Attorney reference.
It looks more like a step ladder to me.
Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Yeah, there's a running gag in Ace Attorney where if you click on a ladder, your assistant will comment that it's a step ladder and lecture you on the nature of ladders. It's basically a running gag through the entire series.
A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty.
Oh, I'm sorry to say, but hear that. Did he die? Icky. This is my stepladder. I never knew my real ladder. Yes, Icky, take your coat. Because you are too cool.
No, he got demoted.
Terrible. Exactly the energy Nick has when we make a pun in one of the D&D streams.
A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat.
Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways...
It's a black smudge falcon.
Yeah, I actually like a bit of Greg Croak's Sparrowson's voice. Put in the extra energy and it's perfect. Your apologies, you're fired in a casting book and decall immediately. Well, you know, getting people's taxes done for them is pretty cool as well.
This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling people's belongings.
It's cool. We're lawyers. It's okay. A recently passed amendment allows for proportionate amounts of property damage in pursuit of criminal evidence.
I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials.
Starts like you're starting on the finer points of the French justice system, Sparrowson. And look at the prices your old office charged. This is a picture of a fence.
It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favourite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns.
You know, I'm kind of on the fence about them. Let's just put a divider down. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Hey, Falcon, look! What? It's just an easel. No, look! What's on the easel? Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline, and I think that's Seigneur Pertois, Cataline's father. So what should we do? Do we just take this? Yoink. We've come this far, we may as well borrow it. Studio photograph has been added to your evidence folder. Is that a horse? Studio photograph. A photograph we borrowed from Rubinio's studio. It shows Colleen, Cataline and Pertois. Is there anything else we need to do here? Okay, I think that's all of the evidence scanned. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu, what happened to my door? Tell the truth or lie. Tell the truth or lie. Let's just tell him we broke down the door. Well, Monsieur Robino, it's like this. You see, we are the attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of...
Raven. A raven did it. We saw the whole thing.
What are you doing, Sparrowson? I forgot this.
I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up.
Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. Ugh, damn ravens. They're always after our shiny objects. Am I right? Yes, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Yes, Icky. A big boy did it and ran away.
Right, let's go.
A new day. January the 5th, Wednesday. What coincidence, it's Wednesday in a few days. Okay, Chateau Crinière. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Crinière. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger about the building's shadows. Sultan. Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving. See? Cough, cough. I didn't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change? You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? Give 10 francs. Here you go. Stay safe, madame. Oh, well. Bless you, messieurs. Bless you.
That was pretty generous of you, Falcon.
Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child can make it through the last of winter is the least I can do. But what am I just doing, standing here moralising? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood panel foyer of Chateau Crinière.
Whoa, look at this place. Baron Roguel must be loaded.
More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine. Wait, is it pronounced scene or sign? I keep forgetting. No, wait, it's sign.
Is he here right now?
Yep, some positive karma to balance out that break-in. And the vaguely racist way we got out of it. Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse.
Hey, Baron, we'd like a word. How's that?
Google says sane. Oh, fair enough then. Right the first time. Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog.
You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Rockwell, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators?
Oh, hi there, Greenmane. Nope, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm private attorney JJ Falcon, and this is my associate, Sparrowson. Yep, I love Sparrowson too, Fry.
Lois, eh? You know, you're the first to have passed through here today.
Okay, so Sultan and Gombed, a mother and her bouncy daughter who begged us for money outside the Chateau Cremiere. Baron Roguel, the great Larn of Chateau Cremiere, a reputedly ruthless businessman. Robito de Brino, a delusional artist and photographer. Some would describe Robito with the H word. That's right, you know the one. The H word. What is the H word? Studio photograph. A photograph we borrowed from Rubinio's studio. It shows Colleen, Cataline and Patois. I guess that's the joke.
Oh? Yes, this jumpy twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Was curious.
Himbo? Yes. The artiste is a himbo. Do we know anything about the Vic? Only that he was a frog and he was a business partner of the suspect's father. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson?
Perhaps. I have a hunch we'll be seeing him at the trial.
I'm going to guess he's a rabbit.
A friend of yours? Something like that. So, what may I do for you, messieurs?
We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening.
Of course. Such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you, messieurs, will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself? Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the... unfortunate incident.
Okay, so yep, I guess we know now that the victim was the loyal business partner. It's totally the Slan who did it.
Can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then.
Nevertheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron.
No trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations. So, where should we go first?
Okay. Start with the main hall, I guess.
Did you messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order? Actually, we haven't visited the garden yet. We definitely need to do that.
The lounge it is. Is that a giraffe?
Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken.
Ah, the main hall was where you were. Makes sense. Wait, where I was. Yeah. Reading out comments in the second person has its disadvantages.
Psst. Hey, Falcon, do you see that?
See what?
That housemaid totally did something shifty.
Shifty?
I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it.
Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah. Yes? Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's JJ Falcon. And I'm Sparrison.
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhart. So, what can I help you messieurs with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. Oh, a gazelle? That's better. What is it you wanted to ask? Is this where the photograph was taken?
We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see, the cameraman was standing just where you're standing actually, Monsieur Falcon.
And where was the camera pointed?
Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Riguel just keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail though. I'll make a note of it.
Missing clock hands have been added to your evidence folder. Ah yes, missing clock hands. The less well-known sequel to salad fingers. Missing clock hands. The clock in Baron Riguel's lounge has no hands. It's that time again. That's right, Icky. TSMR. And no less. Thanks for using the emojis, everyone. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers.
Is there something we ought to know? Anything you'd like to confess?
No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. You know what? I'm not a cop. We completely understand, mademoiselle. If anything comes to mind, please don't hesitate to let us know. I'll keep it in mind. Was there something else you wanted to ask? That's all. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. Damn right, we're not cops. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and... well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Damn right you do. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? You know about that. Yeah, I suppose that was me. I started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. Missing silverware has been added to your evidence folder. Missing silverware. Colleen, the housemaid of Chateau Criniere, has confessed to stealing silverware from the household. I'd appreciate if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really quite kind and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So where to next, Big Bird? Le Jardin? Dame Kathleen has said she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyse every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. Icky, the bar you worked at didn't notice when a Coca-Cola glass went missing in an unknown and unprovable manner. Sounds completely unsuspicious. And more power to you. Side note, I work for a consumer co-op, so I would never actually dream of stealing anything. And I mean that sincerely. Select an area to examine. Okay, what we got here? Parisian. Yes, Parisian. I pronounce it Parisian. Parisian. To be honest, I'm not sure now. A finely crafted horse statue. The mane looks almost lifelike. Sakura says it like me. Thank you, Sarah. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? I love Sparrowson so much. We must protect this child. Like Persian, with another syllable after the R. No, I would not. You googled it again, to be honest. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, eventually he realised it was just filling up on the horse dwarves. Horse dwarves. Wait, who's dwarves? Ah. Terrible.
Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Ooh. Maybe a name scored in blood written with the frog's last breath? Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. Yep, hors d'oeuvres. Thank you, Nolis. My French... There's the thing, it doesn't matter how much of a language I know, pronunciation's never going to be something I'm good at. All I can make out from the bloody mess that is... The bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed on the staircase. Why does the American know how to pronounce French stuff? Because you're right next door to Canada, obviously. Sarah. Google said Parisien. How you say it? Oh, British pronunciation. Yep, you know what I mean at least. It's a nice fountain. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That'd be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologise, I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look in the upper basin. Me? No way! If you want to go wading, do it by yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around in a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet thread wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep, I'll flip this £1 coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong and you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails. Usually the head's actually slightly heavier, so let's go meaning it's usually tails. Plant squiggles? It's called a reef, Sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet it on the plant squiggles. Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor, Falcon. Fine. Hold my shoes. How do birds wear shoes? Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What's this? It's brown and sticky and smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Regrel? Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Cigar butt has been added to your evidence folder. A cigar was found at the bottom of the fountain in Rockwell's garden. It could only be reached with a little wading. Oh. Colleen Duhart, a vertically enabled housemaid who works for the Baron Rockwell. She seems to have a mild case of kleptomania. I mean, kleptomania is actually when you compulsively steal.
No less, you googled, why do British people pronounce French stuff different? Because, to be honest, you thought, I just didn't know. XD, didn't know that was an actual thing. Like a cultural thing, you should have remembered from Downton Abbey characters pronouncing Valley, how it looks and stuff. Nick, you better pop off. Oh, thanks for dropping by, Nick. Have a nice evening. How long have I been streaming anyway? An hour and 20 minutes, it's flown by.
Is there anything else we need to do here? A horse statue. This one has a goofy face.
Yep, and then I go and pronounce valet as French. I mean, that's... saying valet as valet is more of a London thing. Yep, time flies when burbs. You're right, Icky.
That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, "Why the long face? Yes, we've all heard that one." "What? No." The barkeep says, "You got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable."
I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Lieutenant. Lieutenant? Yep, Lieutenant. That's how it's pronounced. Lieutenant. Lieutenant. I keep alternating. In lieu of a tenant, eat a landlord. It's an odd burden they've been saddled with. Good one, Icky.
Baron Rockwell certainly likes his horse statues.
Yep. Any more jokes like that and he'll be forced to hoof it. Nick, you love the word lieutenant because it literally just means space filler. Because lieu is French for place. Yep, as in lieu of. Anyhow, catch you later, Nick. No less, you've heard it pronounced lieutenant by a bunch of non-American people we think Brits. Yeah, to be honest, I think I've heard both variations. Oh, thanks for the posture check, Sarah. Icky, you don't think these jokes should be their main focus? Oh, but I love them. Okay, I needed that stretch. Let's do this.
Baron Rockwell certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Baby should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding.
SlashDev has contributed 2,000 to the Grounded Cosplay Challenge. Oh, thanks, SlashDev. Also, hi. Okay, we're already 10% of the way there. Guess I should have filled the challenge more. Okay, do we have anything else here? Having a good evening, or whatever it is that you're in your time zone, SlashDev?
I think we're done here. Good call. Are you sure you don't want to take another dip?
We still have time.
Don't push your luck.
lounge.
Oh, it looks like the housemaid has moved on to another room.
It's 9:30 in your time zone. Ah, yep, a couple of hours ahead of mine then. It's 7:30 here. No less. Google, Lieutenant is a British thing, somewhere in Britain anyway. And it's something to do with lower ranking soldiers walking to the left of senior officers to protect them. Interesting. Okay. Google actually passed that into a request to search for Lieutenant is a British thing. Oh, I didn't know being funny was a Britishism. It's 2:30 where you are, Nolus. Ah, you got the whole day ahead of you. Anyway, where was I?
Oh, it looks like the housemaid has moved on to another room. It doesn't matter. We got all the important information we needed, didn't we?
Anything else in the garden?
Wow, Falcon. I had no idea you liked swimming so much. Maybe we should pay a visit to the seaside sometime.
I'm not here to go swimming again. I'm just making sure that we got everything. But it looks like we're fairly thorough. Okay, off to the main hall then. Did you, messieurs, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look, thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. Ah, you're not going to knock on the housemaid, are you? We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhart. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she was quite helpful. Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation.
I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else?
One of your favourite Britisms is from Discworld. Is playing silly buggers. It's up there with What's Name. Yeah, What's Name is actually a British thing. For some reason it was in a lot of humour comics.
Baron, well, I'd like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble?
Not at all. No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture.
I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner in this hall at 6.
That part went magnificently.
The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that.
I see.
Is there something else I can help you messieurs with?
I think that'll be all, Baron. Thank you for your time.
It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs.
Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon?
I hope so.
Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. I love this child so much. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. A new day. January the 6th. Thursday. The Palace of Justice houses the High Court. A place reserved only for the most serious of crimes. Like murder of a rich person. no less. They don't even have wings. They have weirdly proportioned arms. I mean, maybe they actually do have wings inside those sleeves. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice. Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance.
Are you nervous, Falcon?
Yes, nope, maybe. Can you repeat the question?
Of course I'm nervous. We're woefully underprepared for this case. 2 days. We had only 2 days to prepare. How are we expected to get anything done in that time frame? Calm your feathers, Falcon. We can do this.
Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, is there anything you need me to do?
No, we got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about this case.
That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through.
Let's move it along, fellas.
I'll be watching from the inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon.
We will. Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready. Okay. I guess I'll just import my judge voice straight from Phoenix Wright here.
Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everyone here?
J.J. Falcon present. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Rupert Rabbitington present. The readiest prosecution, Your Honour. Oh, wait. But darn, that's not it. Oh, gosh, where are my notes? What kind of bird is the judge? Looks like a kingfisher. Could be wrong.
I knew it.
You what?
Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all my classes. Oh, was he smart? No, he always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exam on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag.
That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest? Oh yeah, it could be a hummingbird.
I choose to exercise my right not to self-incriminate. Here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. Are the jury all present?
Judge Cornell.
All present and accounted for, Your Honour. Hey, Falcon. I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8?
Oh, those 2 birds with funny hats are the oiseaux, the associate judges.
Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Meow.
Okay, let's just look at this. Judge Maxime, one of the longest serving judges in France. Judge Maxime is known for being attentive and even-handed. Rabbington, a stuttering and jumpy prosecutor who bumbles through cases on nothing but sheer dumb luck. Oh, hey, that's how I do Twitch streams. Is Rabbit Guy based off Pain from AA then? Yeah, I think he's just sort of supposed to be the sort of semi-competent prosecutor character. I mean, to be fair, he seems a bit nicer.
Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand.
Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerty, to the witness stand.
Inspector Volerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
I wish I could do the Excalibur face, but, like... No, I can't do it. Music is a tad swelly.
Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Riguel. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline Demiao. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Gwenouille, covered in his blood, on her paws.
Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honour. But bloody paws? No one told me that detail. You're not sure the Excalibur face is attainable by human muscles? Yeah, that's fair. Not being an anime character means it's kind of hard for me to pull it off.
Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Of course, I know this.
You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon.
Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. She hadn't hidden her muffler, or whatever it's called. To be fair, I think she'd had a chance to wash her hands by now. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. Okay. Housemaid, probably a superfluous detail. Scene of the crime.
I would like to ask about the corpse of Monsieur Gwenouille.
Is there a battery or similar hidden under the webcam like an Ace Attorney, you wonder?
Go on.
Tell me about the slash.
Inspector, could you describe the cut on Monsieur Gwenouille's corpse?
Certainly. It was a single vertical slash. It was a fine deep cut,
The sort you'd expect to see from a sharpened saber or a surgeon's knife. Or a cat's claw? Certainly. Wait. You say a saber or a knife could have inflicted the wound? Isn't this a line of investigation worth pursuing?
The battery display is only in the mobile versions, as far as you know.
Don't be daft, Falcon. Did you see or hear anything about a knife or sword at the crime scene?
Guess not.
Well, no, I didn't. But it's a possibility, is it not? Without, evidence, it's a pretty unlikely possibility. Let's stick to the facts. Do you have another question about the corpse of Monsieur Gwenouille? What was Monsieur Gwenouille's cause of death? That was immediately obvious when I arrived on scene. Monsieur Gwenouille had a gaping slash from shoulder to thigh. Blood was everywhere. I spoke with the coroner, and he was in agreement. The frog died from blood loss directly caused by the open wound. I see.
I suppose there's no chance of arguing that this was an unrelated injury, huh? Okay, blood on her paws.
Inspector, you say Dame Kathleen had blood on her paws? Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict.
Whose blood was it?
Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question! It was Monsieur Gwenouille's, of course.
How can you be so sure? Wait,
how can you be so sure? But I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There's only one murder victim here that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Catherine's paws could only have belonged to one person, Monsieur Gwenouille.
Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions.
I'm afraid the prosecution might have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Gwenouille?
Yes, I do.
I do, Your Honour.
Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Kathleen's paws had nothing to do with the murder.
This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Kathleen's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from?
Steak.
On the evening of the murder, Dame Kathleen ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabbington? Is this true, Monsieur Rabbington? Well, I mean, in a manner of speaking, I suppose a steak may have been on the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well, wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No.
You gained a little favour with the jury.
Yes.
So, Inspector Voltaire, is it possible... Wait, so, I don't know why I slipped into a bad French accent there.
So, Inspector Voltaire, is it possible you arrest an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Kathleen is an elegant bourgeoisie kitten. She was no doubt brought up with a flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh,
That is a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Cataline to eat with her paws. Oh no, we're grassing on the maze. Don't be a grass falcon. Nope, it's not looking good for Rabbington. I cannot pronounce that. Dame Cataline was forced to eat with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Riguel residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Riguel approached us about this very subject last night. What a twist! I like that, Hippo. I gained a little favour.
What is the meaning of this? Bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you, I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. This is amazing the Parisians police managed to solve any crimes at all.
Oh dear.
Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case.
Oof, burn.
Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time.
Yeah. This judge is harsh.
Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready.
Yes, of course, Your Honour. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Roberto Rubino, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder.
Monsieur Roberto Rubino, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
How's it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliche, to be honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? As if anyone in this courtroom does not immediately recognise me. I am the great Monsieur Roberto Rubino, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. Tu es une pipe.
What?
You may have seen my works in hip magazines, Le Branche or C'est Chouette. I can send you tweets if you like. Oh my god. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Rubino, but let's get down to business. Could you, tell us your activities were on the night of the murder? Yep, there it is, Icky. The 5G burn network. Which I'm most certainly not tapped into right now. Watching. Waiting. Serving our bird overlords. The bird hive. Very well. I was hired by Baron Riguel to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my capture and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Riguel and left. Like a true artist. With regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see, who do we have here?
In the middle we see Baron Miguel, the line who hosted the event. On the left we see Seigneur Pertuis de Miao, the father of the defendant, Dame Kathleen. And finally we see the housemaid, Colleen Duhart, who I suspect might have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Gwenouille. The second is the defendant, Dame Kathleen de Miao. Quite suspicious, would you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Rabbington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point.
Yep, 19th century photo bomber.
Hold your horses, Falcon, I'm not done yet. Prosecution may continue. Behind the photo subjects we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as investigator Valetti told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place.
Ah, this is going to be easy.
Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Kathleen herself.
Hey, Falcon, the photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different to the one we borrowed from Rubino's studio. Rubino.
I see it too. Our photograph shows Colleen Duhart, Dame Kathleen,
and Seigneur Pertuis. But Monsieur Rubino's photograph shows Baron Miguel where Dame Kathleen should be standing.
If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam that evidence down and be like, BAM! Inconsistency. This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed. I can't do that. Well, I suppose you could be a bit more delicate with your words.
No, I mean I can't do that because our evidence was legally obtained. If I was to present it, Monsieur Rubino would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could be derailed. In a worst case scenario, I could lose my legal license and we would be arrested for theft.
Oh, well, we don't want that.
No, we do not. I should tread lightly. Your Honour, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Very well, the defence may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs of rock-solid evidence.
Select a statement to question. Does Ace Attorney ever pull this? I don't think there's ever I can't think of any case of an edited photograph, but I'm not sure. There's plenty of photographs with edited evidence. I mean, fake evidence in it, but... I arrived at 7 PM, I set up my camera and captured the beauty of the evening's events in one magnificent photograph. Then I billed Baron Miguel. Monsieur Rubino, you say you arrived at 7 o'clock.
Give or take a couple of minutes, yes.
How long did it take to set up?
How long did it take to set up your camera?
Oops.
It took perhaps 25 minutes to find a good shooting location, put together the camera and ready the film.
So you arrived at 7, and the photograph took place at 7:30, and you spent 25 minutes setting up. That leaves 5 minutes unaccounted for.
Falcon, surely you aren't suggesting that Monsieur Rubino did something nefarious in this small window of time?
Not at all. I'm just trying to piece together the evening's events. I spent a little time talking with Baron Ruguel when I arrived. That's probably where the rest of the time went. Do you have another question about Rubinio's time of arrival? How do you know? How do you know that you arrived at 7? Well, the clock in my house read 6:45 when I left, and the walk to Chateau Cremiere was around 15 minutes. I don't claim to be a flawless timekeeper, but I am a professional, and I always stick to an appointment. I would like to ask about the camera itself. Go on. How exactly does it work? How exactly does the camera work? I'm afraid that's a patented trade secret. Oh, but it is a mechanical device, yes? You point it at something, and then it clicks some words and shoots out a photograph. No less. Nefarious. He nerfed something, but if there was nerfing going on, who did anyone kill anyway? Oh, how did anyone kill anyone? Good question. That is quite a crass explanation. It is true that I point and click the camera, but that only creates a negative, a prototype of sorts. I then have to develop the photograph, and that takes time. How much time exactly? Around 4 days? This photograph is hot off the press, if you will. I suppose that does explain why the Baron hasn't received his photograph yet. Do I have another question about the camera? Do I? Can a camera ever make mistakes? Now there's a question only an imbecilic, technophobic Philistine could ask. No, monsieur, the camera is a flawless device. My photographs offer a perfect reflection of reality. Nothing more, nothing less. So if there were an inconsistency between a photograph and reality, what would that imply? An odd question. I don't think such a thing could be possible. But if one were to see such a thing... Falcon, stop dancing around the point and tell us what you're trying to guess at. There's a mistake in the photograph. I see a mistake in the photograph. A mistake? Impossible. I just told you. Monsieur, the camera is perfect. A perfect unbiased device. The photograph it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not saying any mistakes. Perhaps you could be a bit more specific. Certainly. Click on the area of the photograph you believe contains a mistake. The clock in this photograph. There is something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defence sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that clocky tone, Mr. Rabbington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. It has no hands. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Cremiere has no hands. It has no hands. The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Ruguel or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Rubinio, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process? An error precisely where the clock's hands should be? Please, monsieur, don't patronise us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubinio, edited this photograph. It edited? I am no expert, but I suspect he used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering the clock face was bare. One can even speculate you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph, just to simply simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubinio created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Rubinio coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let us hear some answers, Monsieur Rubinio. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. That was easy.
You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Gwenwy?
What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs. And yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You're ordered? By whom? I dare not say.
Monsieur Rubinio, I strongly advise you to answer the defence's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all.
With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. Well, only one person has claws in this.
His claws? Do you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Rubinio, we cannot and shall not torture the names out of you. We don't live out under the ancient regime, after all. But since you have admitted falsifying evidence... then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You should be charged with perjury in due course.
I can't protest. The least I deserve for my failure as an artiste. Good day, messieurs. Ah, poor Robin. I gained a bit of favour with the jury. Nice. So, the clock's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Casselina's absence close to the time of the murder. That's significant.
Don't be so dense, Monsieur Remington.
If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Casselina was painted out. Even worse, it is possible another person was painted in. We know the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? The housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Seigneur Pertois Demiel, perhaps? Yeah. It could be Pertois. I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Seigneur Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Roguel deliberately tried to frame Dame Catelyn? I mean, he was taking long drags out of a cigar, so you know he's evil. Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. You will never do such a thing. Monsieur Remington, I'm not here to throw out accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, Rogwal.
Maybe I should offer my opinion.
Here he is. But, Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet.
So you'd think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence.
Incompetence?
Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine.
Yep, the roof of the community, maybe.
Very good. I trust that the defence has no objections. Nope, no objections here. Fantastic. But before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening.
Okay, Baron Rogwal, but on the night of,
The initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Gwenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Casseline followed behind him moments later. Seigneur Pertois, Monsieur Rubinio, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Gwenouille and Dame Casseline. That would be when I heard her cry for help.
Thank you, Baron. I think we know the story from there.
I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, Garcon?
Wait,
Garçon?
I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron.
Very well then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rogwal, am an honest man.
Nonsense. You're lying. I'm so sorry. Please don't unfollow. Yeah, garçon. I keep forgetting that. Same as in Francais. Garçon. Le garçon. I mean, I know someone who uses the handle garçon, so I should really know. I mean, we just call him Gar, but...
The defence may proceed with the cross-examination.
Okay, I think I'll do this one cross-examination, then call it here. The dinner went magnificently. Left to visit the garden.
Baron Rogwal, I have a couple of questions about your housemaid, Colleen de Hart.
Does she smoke?
Does your housemaid smoke cigars?
Posh pisshead doesn't know a lawyer from a waiter. That's true.
Well, that question came out of left field. Definitely not. Madame Duhart detests the smell of tobacco.
I see. Putting together a bigger picture, are we?
I think so. The pieces are slowly falling into place.
Well, we're not going to knock on her being a thief, so... Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden, for ourselves. We do need to ask about the horses.
If I may, what's with all the horses? I beg your pardon?
There are all those horse and cherub statues in your garden. To be frank, we found the whole thing a little weird.
Could the defence please stop horsing around? This can't possibly have any relevance to the case.
Nay, it doesn't.
No, Your Honour, it doesn't. But hey, you can't pray a man for trying. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very well. When was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. Got him. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I have been in my garden. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found in the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. Cigar butt? That could have belonged to anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay. Sorry, Baron. That's indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologise, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happens, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped in, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, you, Baron Riguel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Riguel, murdered Monsieur Renouille. That is what you are trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence. No means, motive or opportunity. The music's swelling. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Riguel as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Getting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Is the music too loud, by the way? Even Monsieur Rubinho confessed moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least... The music in this is very music-y. That's true. It is pretty loud. Okay, I'll just turn it down slightly. Is that better? You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railroad company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. That is preposterous. Oh, good. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture
in order to build the perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for an easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said.
Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go on uncontested? Say something. Object. Oh, you're pitifully useless.
After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicions, but he did not have time to possibly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any stooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Seigneur Portois de Moix, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Kathleen was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised.
This is an outrage. Judge, I demand you disbar this raving lunatic.
No, there is only one outrage here. That is, a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind.
How dare you, garçon?
He has a nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous.
I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable and hard-working capitalist.
Wow, that's self-incrimination. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs.
You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now like a damn frog.
Well, that's a giveaway.
Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honour. Let's go, old man. To the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. It is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add?
In a manner of speaking, well, to be honest, no.
Then I shall now confer for the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time.
Falcon, that was pretty incredible.
Thank you. I just hope it was enough.
What do you mean? You just proved Kathleen's innocence. You'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you misunderstood something important about the justice system.
What's that?
I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. That's just not possible. All we can do is organise the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Kathleen's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty.
I'm not sure I understand the difference.
Okay, hopefully this case is coming to a close because my throat is starting to hurt a bit.
We've reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Kathleen Demiao, to be not guilty.
Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. Yes, I suppose we did, didn't we?
We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon.
I can't take all the credit. This is a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both.
I'll get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses.
Wait, why am I using the judge's voice?
I'll get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses.
You're amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius.
Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth and giving the facts of the case.
Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over.
Play coy?
Don't tell me you're actually being sincere.
I'm completely lost.
Oh wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. I murdered Monsieur Grenouille. I saw him in the garden all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, do you understand? I didn't expect that.
Business?
To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that drunk old frog was the weakest link.
Your confession doesn't make any sense at all.
I found Baron Riguel's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Rubino's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenouille in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rubino to paint me over Baron Riguel and add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. Well then. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeoisie kitty like me.
I think you should leave.
Fine. So much for celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. 50 francs. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petite Spiritson. Well then.
Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon?
End of Act 1. Your game has been saved. Do you wish to continue? Well, that seems like a good place as any to call it. We'll be picking off on that cliffhanger on Wednesday. Yep, that's just the end of Act 1, no less. Well, thanks everyone for dropping by. I'll just find someone to raid. Thank you everyone for the... Oh, we're already 10% into my cosplay community goal. So at this rate, I guess I'll end up cosplaying Grounded. I mean, I already do, but I'll be doing a full cosplay. Yep, that was something alright, no less. You can sort of tell that everyone was sort of a fan of, well, you can tell it was made by Phoenix Wright fans. You know, especially the part where the client was actually guilty. I guess I get the impression that you can basically fail or succeed to convince the jury that your client's innocent. Anyways, I guess we'll rate his cursedness. He's playing games and demos. Oh, Gender Meowst is also live, but they have 20 people watching and Nick only has 10, so fair is fair. Everyone pile in. Yeah, I didn't expect that either, Froy. I guess well, if nothing else, it's really established the tone they're going for. Right. Well, just to reiterate, we'll be resuming that on Wednesday. Friday's the Friday, I believe I'll have my programming course, so that the Phoenix Wright stream will probably be on Saturday, but D&D should be happening in the evening as usual. Nick's YouTube channel has edited down versions of the streams now, and I think he's talking about making a separate channel for Guild of Icon streams in future, so look at that. Latest episode should be going up soon, and that's got my horns in it, and very neat horns they are too. I've actually got some bandages now, so I'm going to do some further decorations of them. But in any case, the raid's going in 5 secs, so 3, 2, 1, and I'll see you all Wednesday. Bye.